The most basic is the decorative feature. A decorative feature's small size and simplicity is a great match for a beginner hobbyist, or someone who is lacking the desire or space to install a larger water garden. Though it may be lacking in the grandiosity of a larger feature, it makes up for it in variety. You can easily design a decorative water garden around any number of fountains, spitters, statuary, or even small waterfalls. The next step in the water garden hobby is the preformed pond. This water garden is simply dug into the ground and will contain either plants, fish, or both. A small filtration system, like a pressurized filter, is standard for the preformed pond, as well as a small waterfall or fountain to circulate the water. The key to the preformed is to make it look natural. This is done with proper landscaping around the tub to help blend it into its surroundings. After the preformed, most water gardeners progress to the do-it-yourself liner pond. This type of water garden is for the serious hobbyist. If you aren't afraid to get your hands dirty, then you might enjoy the rewarding challenge of installing a do-it-yourself kit. A growing number of do-it-yourself ponds now include a low-maintenance biological filter and mechanical skimmer that work together with the help of beneficial bacteria. A waterfall provides aeration, while the fish and plants work together to keep the system functional. This type of water garden is the final step before a homeowner will take the plunge into a professional installation. Most people that love water gardening want nothing more than to build their pond themselves. Unfortunately, not all of them have the time or expertise to take on this challenge. Fortunately, there are plenty of professional water garden installers throughout the country who can construct your backyard paradise for you. There's absolutely no limit to what they can create. A professional installation will include all of the components of a do-it-yourself kit, but on a slightly larger scale. An 11 by 16 pond is a common size and usually entails the use of larger stone to help create a natural appearance. Much more extravagant waterfalls and streams are incorporated. Options like underwater lights and automatic water fill valves are commonly added. The professional installation is usually completed in 1 or 2 days, giving the homeowner more time to enjoy it and less time working on it. For the water gardener who loves to play with plants and water, but doesn't want to go through the physical, time-consuming labor of building their own larger pond, hiring a professional installer is the way to go. There are many functional components involved in a water garden, but they can basically be broken down into 4 different categories: filters, pumps, membranes, and accessories. Filters are the most common way of keeping your water clean and clear. The mechanical skimmer filter revolutionized water gardening as we know it today. Borrowed from the pool and spa industry, a skimmer will sweep the pond's surface of debris so that the organic matter floating in the water is not allowed to drop to the pond floor and decompose. Decomposition of such materials can have a negative effect on the overall water quality of a system. A skimmer also doubles as a submersible pump housing. Instead of setting a circulation pump on the pond floor, it can be placed inside a skimmer where it is concealed and easily accessible. Most skimmers will contain either filter mats, debris nets, or brushes to maintain overall water quality. A biological filter is used to clean your water using the same cycles that occur in nature. A biofilter is basically a man-made container with plenty of filtration media to seed and grow beneficial bacteria. As long as surface area is provided, the bacteria are introduced to the system, and water is flowing through the media, the filter should do the job. The traditional biological filter used in water gardening is the upflow filter. This type of filter is great for most water gardens because it's the perfect natural beginning to build a beautiful waterfall and stream. The water rises up evenly through the colonized filtration media and steadily spills over the top. Just be sure to set the biological waterfall unit to scale with the surrounding landscape. A pump for a water garden serves 2 important purposes. It circulates the water and provides necessary oxygen for the aquatic life in the system. Pumps come in many different shapes and sizes depending on the applications. Small pumps starting at 350 gallons per hour are commonly used in decorative features. Their magnetically driven motors operate efficiently, using a minimal amount of energy, while their size makes them perfect for most decorative water gardens. A larger mag-drive pump is a step above the statuary pumps and come in sizes up to 1,500 gallons per hour. These pumps are typically found at the bottom of a preformed pond. A foam pre-filter or plastic filter screen can be used to protect the pump from taking in debris. These pumps are also used to operate various fountain heads or larger statuary accents. A high-volume pump for small water gardens can range anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 gallons per hour, and are regularly used inside a skimmer. This type of pump is used when building a water garden that features a wider, flowing waterfall. A plastic screened intake can be found on these pumps to protect them from large debris. There is also an optional pump buddy that can be used for non-skimmer applications. A membrane is the material component that contains the water in a water garden. Most decorative water gardens use a sturdy plastic basin, which can be dug into the ground or built up with soil or a wooden frame. A preformed pond is similar to the plastic lining of a decorative feature, but is usually more organic in shape. Preformed ponds come in many different shapes and sizes, and almost always have some sort of shelving unit built into them. These small ponds are also placed in the ground, and are considered to be the simplest and easiest to install pond features. A 45 mil EPDM rubber liner is the most popular and effective way to build a medium to large-sized water garden. They allow far more flexibility and creativity. Fish-safe EPDM liners allow you to dig your pond to any size, shape, and depth you want, making it far easier to blend it into the landscape of your backyard. Fish-safe EPDM rubber is similar to roofing liner. However, a fish-safe pond liner is treated differently during production to remove the toxins found in standard roofing liner. The 45 mil liner has proven to be the most pliant yet puncture-resistant liner on the market today. In addition to the critical components, most water gardens also include different accessories. Underwater lights may not be necessary for the functionality of a pond, but it wouldn't be the same without them. Many people work during the day and only get to see their ponds in the evenings or on the weekends. With underwater lights, they can expand the enjoyable viewing hours of their water feature. It's like having two different water gardens, one during the day and one at night. You can even use lights in smaller decorative features to focus on your fountains and statuary. No water garden is ever complete without the aquatic life it supports. Fish are the jewels of the pond. Koi, goldfish, and shabunkin are only some of the several varieties of freshwater fish that can be kept. Not only do they complete the ecosystem, but they also become family pets. Many people even name their fish. They're often very friendly and even develop their own personalities. Feeding the fish is a favorite pastime for many pond owners, and after a while it can become up close and personal. Water gardens can be built with deep sections along the main viewing area, so the fish feel more comfortable coming right up to the pond's edge. And if they're fed in the same area day after day, they may eventually feel comfortable eating right out of your hands. Just be careful that feeding is not overdone. A handful of food once a day is more than adequate for a healthy diet, depending on the fish load. The proper amount of food per serving should be just enough that the fish consume it all within a few minutes. Overfeeding can result in poor water quality and poor fish health. Be aware of fish load in relation to the pond's size. A good rule of thumb is to have no more than an inch of fish per square foot of the pond. Overcrowding can be very stressful on the fish, and even affect their longevity. Fish keeping is fun, and a water garden wouldn't be the same without them. Proper care of these finned friends is essential to them, and to the balance of the ecosystem that they complete. The aquatic plants in a water garden are also beneficial and quite necessary for that proper balance. But even more importantly, they can be an aesthetic focal point of your water garden. The variety of aquatic plants is unlike anything else. The colors, the shapes, the textures, and the aroma are all unique. Water lilies, ornamental grasses, floating tropicals, the list goes on and on. These plants will help soften the edges of a pond, provide shade and shelter for the fish, help maintain water quality, but most importantly, they make it look amazing. Water gardening is the fastest growing trend in the green industry today. It is a lifestyle that offers something for everyone involved, from beginners to seasoned veterans. Now that you know the basics, you're equipped to choose your own style of water garden. Be prepared to enjoy peace and tranquility in your own backyard oasis.